Hi. Okay, so the English that we did last week was writing that little creative story about the character and about the what the character was doing and all of those things. So you should have completed that. I'm gonna need you to return that. But then, if you don't finish, it's okay. You can move a little bit into it. It took us one extra day, so it took us 6 days instead of 5 here at school. So if you don't have time, that's fine. Just a little bit longer into the next week. However, this week we are going to be talking about sentences. This is moving into third grade work, so it's a little bit tricky, but I think you can handle it. Okay. So the first thing we're going to talk about in a sentence is there's two parts. There's the subject part, what the sentence is, who or what the sentence is about, and then there's the action part. So what's happening. So if we're looking here, I have two sentences. The wolf howled at the moon, and then the boat sailed out to sea. So in the first sentence, who or what? The wolf. And then what's the action? Howled at the moon. So this is the subject part and this is the action part, okay? So same thing here. The boat sailed out to the sea. This is the boat is what the sentence is about, and sailed. We include this adjective the or this linking verb the here. The boat sailed out to the sea, okay? Those are the two different parts, the subject and the action part. There are types of sentences that don't make a lot of sense, and those are called fragments. It's because they're missing something. So if I said slept inside, slept inside doesn't make very much sense. We don't know who or what the sentence is about. So we would need a subject like Albus, which is my dog. Albus slept inside, right? So there's the subject and the action part. Or if I had my mom. I mean, that's cool and everything, but what did your mom do? My mom baked cookies. And that's where you have the subject, my mom, and then baked cookies as the action. That's where subject, action. Okay? And then when you are looking for a subject and an action part, let me grab my pencil really quick. Let's say we had a subject. We want to find the main word. Okay, so we had the big brown bear ate honey. Okay, so we have the big brown bear ate honey. The subject of the sentence is the big brown bear. And then the action part is ate honey. But the main word in here, it's bear, because bear is what the sentence is about. That's the verb or the noun. The big and the brown, those are adjectives, those are describing. So we're looking for the main word, and for this one, it's bear. Okay, so let's look at this one. A covered wagon. Okay, so a covered wagon, those are all things. What is the actual part of the sentence? Wagon is the actual noun in the sentence. The covered or a covered, those are adjectives helping you describe. Okay, that is your main word. Then we talk about the main word in our predicate or action part. Okay, so we have the woodpecker taps on the tree. Okay, so we have our sentence. Who's the subject about? The woodpecker. And then what is he doing? He's taps. That's the main word. The actual action part. So then those are tricky because some of them are just linking verbs. Some of them are not like actions like ate, danced, ran. Sometimes it needs to be a linking verb. So like the cake was good. Okay, so what's the sentence about? The sentence is about the cake. So there is your subject part. And then was good? I mean, good, it's describing something. So that means that our action is was. It's that state of being. That's a linking verb, that state of being there. Okay, how about this one? Mrs. Brandt is my teacher. Okay, so the subject is, again, Mrs. Brandt right here. Now, is my teacher. What is the action? The action is. It's that linking verb that's connecting my teacher to Mrs. Brandt. So we know what's important about that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Then what we're going to do is you're going to change your subject or your predicate, the sentence part of it, or the subject part or the action part. So if you had Uncle Steve handed me a quarter and Uncle Steve was undone, all we want you to do is change the subject. So instead of Uncle Steve handed you a quarter, it's my sister handed me a quarter. So you're just going to change the underlined word in these ones right here. You're going to change the underlined word. Okay, so the lady in the blue dress is the pastor's wife. So instead of that, you would say the lady in the blue dress played the piano. The lady in the blue dress danced at the wedding. Okay, so you have this one. The lion roared loudly. So instead of what did the lion do? Instead of roaring loudly, the lion took a nap. Do you understand? I hope you understand that. So you're going to just change the underlined part. And then here in this bottom part, I want you to do this right here. Do that part. Oh, and then here on this one, you're going to skip the part where it talks about what your teacher does because I don't have that written out for you. Okay, so just the ones that I write, skip. Otherwise, you need to do the apply and write, okay? And then the next one is expanding your sentences, which means you're making them bigger and better, okay? So Grandma has a blank garden. So Grandma's the subject and then has a something garden. And so what I want you to do is add adjectives to describe your garden, adjective to describe things. So your grandma has a beautiful garden. The flowers are my favorite. How about the purple flowers are my favorite? Blank grasshoppers leap along the path. So how about giant grasshoppers leap along the path? Okay, so those are all of the different things that you're going to do in your English work. Okay, I hope that is clear, and I hope that you understand that. If you have any questions, let me know.